Greetings and welcome. It is I, KatherineOfSky, daughter of the Express House, holder of the sacred chalice of lubricant, heir to the holy rollers of Conveyordom. And if you understood that reference, you get extra points. So, between episodes, what I've done is I have improved the world. Basically, I went and I did all the boring work off camera so that you wouldn't have to be bored to death. I increased the throughput of this area so that we have 4 belts going in of iron and copper and steel to be filled when we have more production. But at least it's not this squiggly mess that we had before. I also added an assembly machine to create substations right down here. And basically it takes red circuits, copper plates, and steel, which we have already coming down the line. So the first order of business, I think, for this episode is to build solar panels, or a solar array, pardon me, because that will help us have enough power to get everything else moving. So I've already decided on a spot. We're going to put it kind of to the left of the train station. Oh, and by the way, while I was editing all of this stuff, we did finish that last research, and I started portable fusion reactor research because that is super necessary. So I'm going to basically make this giant solar array. I thought it would be interesting to see because not a lot of people are using this, or not everyone is using it, I should say. So the first thing that's easiest to do is put down 16 substations, and you can just drag them along so that basically there are edge to edge. The next thing we want to do, and I think I'm going to take off my personal roboports for now, so that I can build these accumulators. So I want to start here. We have an accumulator line going all the way across this way. There. And one more row. It's kind of interesting because these things are symmetrical, mostly symmetrical anyway. It's got a couple of different patterns that you can follow when you create these. So now we're going to put in some solar panels. At first I intended just to do this with shadows of like blueprints that you can just drop by pressing, shift click on an item. But since I took enough solar panels and stuff with me, that's not going to be necessary. I've done this so many times I have the thing practically memorized, but I do have a cheat sheet next to me just in case I forget. Okay, so let's go back to the accumulators. And these guys are surrounded like this. I think the hardest part for me to remember is the middle bit, which has a roboport in the center, which I did forget to bring one. Oh dear. That's okay. I'll go and get one later. So there we go. And between these is more solar panels. More solar panels. And I didn't need to take off my personal roboports because I did actually bring enough materials. My problem at the moment is I have no power source for them. I mean, I could make solar panels for the suit, but they don't really work very well, and they're not recyclable, so I'm kind of reticent to use those at the moment, because very shortly I'll have the fusion reactor, which will make things quite a bit easier. Okay, so I need to put these guys down, and as soon as I do this half of things, I will be able to finish the center bit. Okay, so I am looking at my cheat sheet very diligently at the moment, making sure I can get this done properly. And then we'll have the robots do the rest for us. This goes this way, and this, there's a little square in the middle. 1, 2. And then this is a 4x4 roboport that goes in there. Oops. No, that's not right. That's not right. There we go. It's a little bit wonky on the side there. Okay, so handy now that it happened totally in the dark. Alright, gonna put some lights out real quick. Just briefly. Later we won't really need these guys. Oh, I'll put one by the train tracks as well. That's another handy tip for you. When you're crossing a train tracks, you might as well zoom out. It will help you survive. Okay, let me build another blueprint. Or I could just recycle this one. That's not bad. Let's grip it, and I'm just going to select all of these things and blueprint the half of it. Let me put in these personal roboports again, because I can collect the robots after they fly away and do stuff. Let's rotate this and line it up, and boom, there it goes. Though this is not totally ready yet, because we need to actually get rid of these center bits and put in, just I should probably travel to safety so I don't get caught in here. We need some more accumulators. So I'm just going to put these down via remote shift clicking and shove them in. So this structure here, this gigantic solar array, basically gives you the correct ratio of solar panels to accumulators in terms of how much energy is generated per day and how much you need at night for this amount of electricity generation. And I should go and get a roboport as well. Okay guys, come back, get energy. I will give you my own energy. I will link the forum post, and there's a picture in there of exactly how to do this, and so you guys can build it on your own. It's very, very efficient. And basically what happens is when you have a roboport in the center, which I'm just about to go and do, get one. Come on, little robot, come to me. There we go. And I know these bits are unfinished. I will go and put them in when I get the roboport. But they are actually tileable. So if you put them up to 2 spaces apart, the roboports connect together, and you can just have them automatically being built for you. It's very, very useful. And that's what I'm going to do this episode, is see if I can get enough roboports to basically string them down from the main factory area this way so that they can be automatically built for us. Of course, I need to check and make sure there are robots in the system to do all of this. But that's the general plan for building these solar arrays. Because when you queue them up and you have the shadows on the ground, they will stay there for a long time. I know I think it was 0.13 that changed it, or yeah, it was 13 that changed that the blueprints would stay on the ground for a very long period of time. So I have my, I need to limit this. I have my substations being put into a passive provider chest, as well as all of the solar panels and accumulators. Those are being made up here. So where are roboports being made? That's the other thing I need to find. Where are they? Did I miss them? I might have missed them. Where did they go? Maybe I'm just not seeing them for some reason. They might be up here. I didn't look up here yet. Above the engines and things and stuff. Yay, there they are. Okay. And that's another thing I need to put into a red passive provider chest, is the roboports. So let me grab a stack of those. Excellent. And I will plonk down these chests wherever we don't have them yet. There's one there, there. And then that is in one. Good, good. Engines, there we go. Pump jacks, those things. I like to request a lot of things to just be automatically supplied. And there we go. There are the roboports. So I'm going to grab those and maybe make this to have 4 stacks instead of just 2. Great, this is so exciting. Yay! Things are being made. I'm so excited. Another thing I did is I edited this structure just a little bit. I moved the green belts 1 belt over so that we can have eventually 2 belts of copper feeding this whole array. This is going to be very, very cool. once we have enough stuff to supply it. That's the main problem at the moment. So let's look at roboports and see where we need coverage. Oh wow, none of this stuff is covered. So let's make sure that's a priority. So the roboports, just so you know, they don't have to be in a grid pattern. The important thing is to see those two yellow lines, see how they're appearing and disappearing. They need to be connected to other roboports so that stuff can be transported from, you know, roboport to roboport. And it basically is like an area of effect where within the orange square you can get supplied by robots. Oh, see, these guys are waiting for me. They cannot deliver to me while I'm out of the orange square. But if I come in, there they go. They gave me all the stuff. So that's pretty important. Okay. Let me just get this somewhere. Oh, see, that's very naughty of me. I should have planned this better. I should have put more spaces in between here. That's okay. That doesn't quite work. So what I'll do is I'll make a space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll just put an underground underneath it and make sure that the underground is accessible to the rest of this factory zone here. In fact, in some instances, you may definitely want to put more roboports, like if you're using them for logistics and transporting stuff around. You may indeed want a lot of roboports in very busy areas, because these roboports, they only have 4 charging stations each. They have kind of represented, pardon me, by these little thingies on the outside, these little sticky uppy bits. Okay, so I want to make sure it's not, the substation thing is not in logistics range, but that's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of move this to the side, but I still want to have my the substation chest in logistics range. I'm going to put a power pole here and connect it up. There we go. That's one thing you need to make sure to do, is make sure you have power to your roboports, because they will not function otherwise. Let me make, what was I looking for? I don't remember. So anyway, going to go to the side here. Oh, this is a perfect spot here so that I can get grenades and other miscellaneous bits that are produced in this area delivered to me. And that is powered already. Make sure I have some chests. There's railroads, bits, and grenades. And what do we got here? We have bricks, and furnaces, steel furnaces. Great. So basically, I want to string this line of roboports this way. And this is going to be a temporary fix, because at some point I'm actually going to connect it via a more direct path, because if robots have to travel very long distances with products, they lose charge. And it's always good to have a spot for them to recharge along the way, which is within their line of construction, basically. Okay, let me get rid of some of these trees here. God, oh, that was bad. Oh no. Aha, but the robots are to the rescue. I should have just done that. Okay. There we go. Collect all the robots. Please, portable fusion reactor finish soon. Okay, and get this one here. Long-range power poles are great for these things. It tends to take between, you can have roboport, and you have like 1, 2, 3 electrical poles between them if you're wanting to just string a whole line of them out. Okay, so roboports. Let's just go here for now. That doesn't go far enough that way. You know what, I might just, well, don't want to mess that up. I'll put it here. I sense I'm running out of these things, but that's okay. We'll get there. I have 3 left. It's not going to be enough to go all the way to our solar array, alas, but it's okay. Get a power pole here. And we're getting very close. Okay, I'll put this one up here, I think, just in case of needing something from here, which I probably won't, though the barrels are here, so maybe I'll just put a request right there for that. Not a request, or provider, pardon me. And, oh, I have one more, and it's still not going to be enough. I need 2 more, at the very least, for this. But that's okay. We'll organize it. We will get there. Put a couple of lights down here, so that at night we will be able to see. Let's see, do I have any roboports? No, I don't. Oh, and I think I mentioned that I changed these trains, this particular oil train, to having only 1 row, and I changed the conditions, the leaf conditions accordingly for that, just so we can get oil coming in. And it looks like we're going to need even more oil, which I'm going to have to find somewhere, because currently I see it nowhere. But I do need to put a radar over there, which I kind of forgot about. Let me get radars being made. And I want this portable fusion reactor to finish. Come on, thing, go. Let's see what we need for it. 100 blue chips and 30 alien artifacts. Well, I have the alien artifacts on me, so all I need is 100 of those processing units. I have 18 right here. I'll check the box when I go back up. Oh, and by the way, we can look. Oh, I don't think I connected that solar power. Let me go and just do that. Let me collect these roboports that I need. Hopefully there's a couple made. If not, we can just hurry them. Might need red circuits for that, so I'll grab some of those. And here we go. Oh, there's tons of red circuits coming up for those. Nice. Okay, oh, nice. 3 stacks of them. That is awesome. So, another thing I would like to do is get these robots being properly delivered to a roboport. And I'm going to do that via a belt system. I want to see if I can do this. That'll go on that side. I'll have to think about, I might have to move these guys up a bit. So let me just go and return and get that roboport in its proper place. Oh, and collect the blue chips. I almost forgot about that. Here they are. And there's 100 waiting for me. How delightful. Okay, come on, robots. Let's get to a clear area so I can pick you up. I don't want to accidentally pick up belts and stuff. Alright. So finally, we will have the exoskeletons working, and I will run fast as the wind. Well, maybe not as fast as the wind. If you put 6 exoskeletons on, you will run as fast as the wind, or possibly faster. It won't outrun a tank, but that's okay. Okay, so what else do we need? Let's look. Beacons are excellent for oil fields, so let's start getting those. Another thing I'm going to set up in the future is going to be some speed modules. Alright. Cool. Alright, running across. Notice I'm very zoomed out so I can see if there are trains a-coming. Alright, so now I'm going to ghost put that in there so that my robots can maybe deliver it if they feel like it. And then I'll just put this roboport close by so that it is functional. Okay, and I will put I'll put like half of my construction bots in there so that they can deliver things. I'm not sure why these are not delivering stuff, but that's okay. I'm going to connect also this solar array here, and it will be connected to the grid. So automatically we're going to have a spike in power, maybe. Let's see. So production steam engines are creating that much power. And, oh, so the accumulators have shut off for the evening. And now the solar panels are starting to work. Actually, we'll need to go to the 1 minute view probably. Oh, no, they're still providing some power. But in any case, we are not at max production. This is good. We need to have max satisfaction because that's what our what we need to do for our factories. So they have the maximum amount of. Oh, I dropped myself. Come on. Okay, we have the rope report there. Yeah, we need to have the max amount of satisfaction, which means that our machines are getting all the electricity they need. Okay, let me just put down this last accumulator, just for completion's sake. Okay, and build the portable fusion reactor. Boom. And the last thing I'm going to do in this episode is make a blueprint of the entire structure. All right, solar panel, there we go. Boom. And put it in my blueprint book. First one in there. Well, that's all the time I have at the moment. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Katherine of Sky. Take care of yourselves and each other. See you next time.